Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Scraptember. Today our prompt is to use stitching. I'm also playing along with the Paw Your Way Into Our Hearts hop, which is pet related. And yes, I am doing a holiday layout, a Christmas layout, and I am doing it about my son's cats. He has three cats. This photo was taken when they were still kittens, and they had all been spayed just a few days before Christmas, so they're sitting around the house in their little Pixar lamp cones, and so I am documenting that. I have this really old paper from Photoplay. It's one of their color play papers. I don't know if they even still make this kind of paper anymore, but it was intended to be used with Copic markers. And so I'm pulling out this one that says I love you with the ball of yarn or twine or whatever that is, and I am going to go ahead and use that on this layout. I'm layering up a bunch of papers that I've pulled from my bin of Christmas papers, and they were all in the sizes that you see them here. I just trimmed off any jagged edges, and then that one that is in the L shape, I was trying to figure out how to put that down, or what layer to put it in and where it would look best. So I am going to tuck it behind that striped paper so that it looks like it's more of a full sheet of paper rather than just an L shape. And then I am also roughing up all of the edges of my papers with my distress tool. And then I'm using my little handy desktop vacuum R2 Clean 2 to clean it up. It's not actually called R2 Clean 2. That's just what I named it. So, but he does clean up my desk nice and wonderfully once I've done all of that distressing, because all of the paper dandruff gets all over my desk, and it's really annoying, especially when I have inked up those little pieces, because then they are little inky pieces of paper dandruff and they can leave little smudges of ink on your surface, whatever you happen to have there. That's why I moved my background paper there while I'm inking it up. I have gone to using my little blending brush to ink up papers when they're distressed like this, because if I use the foam applicator, all of the paper dandruff gets stuck in the foam applicator and it's a pain to clean. It's much easier if to do it with the blending brush and then just wipe my blending brush off on a rag that I have sitting next to me for mixed media, and then I don't have all that paper dandruff stuck to my foam applicators. So normally when I ink the edges of paper, I do not use a blending brush. I use a foam applicator, but when they are distressed, the blending brush seems to work better for me. Oh, that was a lot. I am going to go ahead and use my piercing tool, and I'm going to pierce the edges of the paper that says I love you. I don't know what I was looking for there. Oh, I was looking for the branding strip off of the color play paper, which I don't even know that I cut off. I thought I did, but maybe not. The Photoplay color play paper, to test my Copic marker on it, because I wanted to see what color my Copic was. I only pulled out my set of reds. I did not pull out the set that actually has my swatch guide in it, so I was being super lazy. It's a really small circle that I am filling in here. It doesn't have to be perfect or blended or shaded greatly, because part of it's going to get covered up with a piece of wood veneer. You're going to see that in a little bit here, because I am using some wood veneer from MK's shop, Some Assemblage Required. This is out of one of the first responder sets. It is actually a stethoscope, if you really look at it there, with the heart in it, and I thought it was perfect since they actually went to the doctor and had to have all of this done. So I thought I will go ahead and use that one. And, you know, vets use those things too, so, you know, we're going to go with it. And then I am going to go ahead and thread my needle, and I'm going to pierce along that black line on that 3x4 card and stitch over the black line to create a nice little border around my 3x4 card. So that does take me some time. I don't make you sit through all of it, because it's kind of not the best viewing, because I'm not completely on screen when I do it, as you can see here. I cannot get under my camera enough for you to see it, and and me to be able to still see where the holes are, unless you see my head. So yeah, so you're seeing a little bit here. I'm just doing a back stitch, nothing super fancy. It's just going to give me one continuous line over those stitched areas, and I did follow the squiggly line with my piercing tool. And then I'm also going to do some stitching in these, or on my background paper, where the ornaments hang down. So I'm going to stitch what would be the ornament hangers, I guess, yeah, I mean, I don't normally hang my ornaments that long, but I don't know, maybe some people do. But I decided to go ahead and stitch that with a little bit of this kind of goldish thread. It's not metallic gold, it's just kind of gold, flat gold. But it was the color that I had that matched the best when looking at it compared to the top of each of the ornaments. So again, I'm just doing a back stitch on here. I am not making you sit through all of it, and I know I'm going super fast. I've sped it up quite a bit because stitching is a very time-consuming process. But I really love the way that it looks on a layout. So this was one of the ones I chose to do this month. It also happened to be Paw Hop, which I normally participate in. And so I thought it would be a really fun one to do a little bit of stitching, especially when there's cats involved, right? Cats and twine and thread and all that kind of stuff, or yarn or whatever, go great together. So here I'm just inking up the outside edge of my paper, and I did not distress it with the distress tool, so I am using just a foam applicator, using a little black soot distress ink, which is exactly what I used on all of those paper layers. And then I am going to use a little bit of ATG to hold down this paper. Normally I might go with my liquid glue, but since the photo is there and it's stuck to the photo, it's going to hold really well. But with all of the paper layers being under it, normally I might have gone just with the liquid glue. Now my my wood veneer here, I have peeled off the masking on a portion of it, but not all of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and peel off the outside piece. So the inside piece will now be black because I inked it up with some of that black soot distress ink. And then the outside will still be a wood grain. I'm going to do that with two other pieces of wood veneer, actually one other piece, and then which is going to be a paw print. And then I am going to ink up a little fish bone piece that you're going to see in the close-ups. I don't do that on camera, I just did it in the close-ups. It was kind of an afterthought, so you'll see it there. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and work on my title, which is going to be Holly Jolly Pixar Lamps. And I'm using the rub-ons from 49 and Market for the Holly Jolly. And then I'm going to use some really small thickers to do the portion that says Pixar Lamps. And they are a glittery metallic set of thickers. While I do that, I want to remind you that there are a bunch of people playing along with Scraptember and the Paw Your Way Into Our Hearts Hop. There are links for both down below, so you can go and check those out and give everyone a little bit of love. You're going to see all of the full month of Scraptember below, so it's not just going to be stitching. You're going to find all kinds of different prompts or layouts down there for your enjoyment and inspiration, hopefully. And I am just about done with this layout. I'm just going to ink up that final little paw print. I will link these products from Some Assemblage Required down below for you as well, so that you can go and check those out. MK really does have amazing wood veneer over in her shop. And as you can see here, it is easy to alter it, and it's a lot of fun to work with. And it's adhesive backed and only 1/8 of an inch thick, so it's not super bulky on your layout. And it adds a great texture. Most of my labels are packed because I'm getting ready for a retreat, so I just pulled out these labels, which are, I think, really old disc labels. Don't even know where they came from, but I threw one of those on there to do a little journaling along with that little fish up at the top, which is also from MK's shop. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, I would really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really am honored that you chose my channel today. So I will see you guys again real soon with another video. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.